talking about promo cards. You haven't even touched your beer, man. Loosen up.
I can't drink, man.
I mean, you can't drink. Every time you come over, you drink.
I sold my liver.
You sold your liver.
I needed the money.
What did you need the money for?
Oh, I got a surprise for you, man. We searched for this for 25 years, this promo card.
Is that a deny everything?
Yeah, it is. It's ours now.
Yeah, so like Ronnie Noyes gave us a bunch of them a while ago after we interviewed her.
We already had two.
Well, we got a good one.
Roll 'em around.
Yeah, that's on the floor. But yeah, we have a few of them.
So I don't need this?
I mean, it's cool you got one, bud, but I don't know if I would have sold my liver for it.
I'm going to see if I can get that liver back from that kid.
The kid.
Yeah.
The kid has your liver.
Yeah, I think I can get it back.
Well, cheers to him being able to live longer, I guess, right? Oh.
Mark and Matt bringing back the mid to late 90s. Mark and Matt bringing back X Files CCG.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Matt and Mike's X Files CCG. Drinking that beer. You got your liver back, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, man.
All right, man.
That kid, I mean, he was a little disappointed until I gave him a Gen Con card.
What Gen?
That doesn't matter, man.
What Gen Con card?
Dude, I got my liver back. That's what's important. So what are we talking about today? No, we have the pewter. It was a Gen Con.
All right.
Yeah.
We're talking about promos today, man.
Yeah, the promo cards. We've never really discussed them.
We haven't. I mean, here and there, a couple here and there, but we wanted to kind of touch on a couple of the different promos, how you got them, things of that nature. So we wanted to talk about a few of them. We're just going to run down the list. The first thing we're going to talk about, Matt mentioned it earlier, he sold his liver for one.
For a Deny Everything.
For Deny Everything.
Yeah.
This card for us...
we really did search for this.
We did. I very distinctly remember being in your crappy car.
The Ford Futura.
Driving around Missoula, Montana. Every place that sold books and or magazines.
Which in Missoula, there weren't a lot.
No. And literally just grabbing every magazine. But like they didn't... Ronnie Noyes, I'm looking at you. They didn't make it easy. You couldn't tell if the card was like in there or not.
Yeah.
I must have spent all my allowance just buying those.
Yeah, well, those things were at least what, like
$5-6. I think.
I thought they were more.
Well, these are the Skies. Like this isn't that one, but I mean, this was
the same time frame.
Oh no, this is $3.95. So
okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't that bad, but yeah, like we never found one, and then 25 years later, we start this show.
Yeah. And
we still like. Somebody finally sent us one.
Yeah, we still didn't actually have one in our hand.
I think what it was is we got one from Mackie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mackie was finally able to send us one in exchange for a No One So Paranoid.
Right.
Because we had plenty of those.
Yeah.
So, crazy card that until recently we never even had. So definitely our white whale of a card there for quite a while.
Yeah.
And then
what was it, like 1 in 50, 1 in 25?
Yeah, it was
it
was Inquest number 25, and it was one out of every 50 issues had one, but like you couldn't see it.
Wait, the other card, the other 49 was Mulligan, wasn't it? Or not?
Was it Mulligan?
Yeah. Inquest 25.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
which I thought was funny. Like Mulligan. Mulligan.
Oh yeah, do over.
Yeah.
That's man, Ronnie.
It's tricky. I like that.
Yeah. So yeah, and then of course the probably the most famous promo card ever. No One So Paranoid.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
I always forget.
Yeah.
That it's
still the card that's very demanding on eBay and whatnot. People are still selling them for $100 a pop.
Yeah.
We're just giving them away.
Yeah. Well, we don't have that many.
But no. It's like I'm not gonna do the David May thing and make it rain, because that is one of the ways that you could acquire.
Yes.
A No One So Paranoid was being at Gen Con and David May just, I'm assuming, chucking them like throwing stars at people.
You just walk up to the wall and take yours out of the wall. Yeah.
It's kind of what I assume. Or like your head, because I mean,
You're right.
they're pretty,
this one's got blood on it.
Thanks, David May!
It's worth it.
What else we got? What else?
Well, speaking of Mike Mackey, Voyager Promotions, there was a chunk of promos that were from Voyager,
Yep,
which Mike Mackey was the one that ran that, right?
Yep, yeah, we talked to Mackie a little bit about that in one of our earlier episodes, about basically if he was able to get a bunch of the bulk that was left over and start selling it to places that they'd allow a certain number of extra cards, promotional cards to be released, and he was able to get 5. You see, Good Fortune, Believe the Lie, Infected so that you might believe. What am I missing?
Final Choice.
Final Choice, and what's the other one? What's the last
Oh,
one?
you got them.
Did I get all 5?
There are 5?
There's 5. There's another
there's one down there.
Yeah. Calling us more often.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those were pretty cool. But those ones were later in the game. The earlier ones were the ones that we were actually able to acquire. And the first one of that was Dark Angel.
Yep.
Dark Angel came in scry number 17, which I do have right here.
Dark Angel right here.
And actually, I bought this sealed, and it's pretty cool. It's still practically mint condition, but it came in this. So if you bought this scry, you actually got a copy of the Dark Angel. And fun fact: when Matt played Magic, he would play a Morrow.
I love
Marrow,
that's my
Morrow?
favorite Morrow.
He'd play a Morrow deck, and he'd just like tons of mana, and then he'd have a Morrow that was like
It was like an army of 1/1s, I believe.
No, it was, remember, the number of mana that you tap are equal to
That's
the offense and defense of a Morrow. So you'd have like a 40-40 or like a 30-30 Morrow that would just destroy everybody.
It was great. You loved it.
Back in the Weatherlight days.
Weatherlight, yeah.
Yeah, we were actually playing some Magic at that time too before we really started getting into this, or maybe even after. I'm not even sure, but
I think it was mixed in. There weren't a lot of people that played X Files CCG, so I think we kind of recruited them by playing Magic.
Yeah.
And then bring them in like, yeah, this is good, but
yeah.
X Files CCG is better.
Yeah, far better in my opinion. Yeah, far better.
Way better.
What's another card?
Dark Angel. That was one of those where it's 10. It costs 10.
Yeah.
It allows you to play combat cards, which I don't think we ever... No, I know we never played.
We never played combat cards. We don't play combat cards now. And in the words of the immortal David Frank III, combat cards suck.
Combat cards suck.
So, and I wholeheartedly agree with that. They were just a dynamic that just didn't... It wasn't worth having them in your deck.
Well, you know how many promo cards were combat cards, right?
Let's see, carry the... Divide by 3, right?
Round up from 0. And divide by 0.
Divide by 3.
Yeah.
And then the number is 0.
0.
And I think
There's
that was...
reason.
Yeah. I think that was intentional. So, speaking of David Frank, he was the one that bumbled up this promo card, the Gregors.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. He took full responsibility for that, I'm pretty sure.
He has an uncut sheet of those.
He does have an uncut sheet. Like, every time you show that, sir, I'm just like, like,
it's a flex.
I get it's a flex, but it's also like, like, imagine you just got out of prison for like killing somebody, right, accidentally, and then in the background you have a newspaper clipping of the manslaughter.
That was me.
Like that. Yep, I did that. That was me. Like that's kind of what that reminds me of.
Yeah.
But I mean, good on you. But yeah, the Gregors were unfortunately not released in the second edition. And I think by the time USPC realized their mistake, they went, "Oh crap!" and they started printing out sheets of them, as David has, and then just start disseminating them. But they are considered, I guess, technically a promo card because they were not officially released with the second edition.
And I mean, that is the only promo card that doesn't have PR on the number, right?
It is, yeah, exactly. It's the normal number. So
it was smart though to release it at least as a promo.
Oh,
I mean, so just they didn't want to just not release it.
Yeah.
I don't know why you don't have that card.
Yep, exactly. So what's next?
Let's see. Well, let's save those. I want to talk about the 2 cards that were French and German.
Oh, okay.
I never even knew those existed back in high school.
So the German one is called
Die Hand, die verletzt.
And the French one is called...
Je vois quelque chose là au-dessous.
And they were exclusive to Scry, I believe.
It was the same issue, right?
Yeah, it was the same issue. So basically, you could get either one of them, but they were primarily available in Germany and France, depending upon the card. And kind of a unique thing to do. I mean, just trying to reach out to foreign audiences and just be like, hey, I'll take this. I've seen on the Facebook page so many times the literal translation of these cards did not come across very easily.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy, but our friend Dax actually recreated some of these cards in their English form, and they went through many steps of many people trying to specifically, I guess, define them.
I'm laughing because you use die hand die, and I remember I'd be like, what's it do? And you'd be like, yeah, it does whatever. And I'm like, really? Is that what it does?
Because you couldn't read it.
No.
I used it for a while until you started using Burke. You remember that? I was using die
to
hand.
negate the occult.
Yeah, so basically you pull any one occult adversary, and you can play it for free. And I was destroying Matt with that for a while. And then you added Detective Burke or Officer Burke or whatever he is to your team, Agent Burke, yeah.
And Mr. Burke.
Yeah.
Senor Burke.
Frau Burke. But you added him to your team. He would be Frau Burke.
Yeah.
Or no, that'd be Frau is female, so that'd be.
Wait, is it?
Yeah, Frau is feminine. Mm-hmm. Hair, so it'd be Hair Burke. Yeah. Anyway, we're dumb, but yeah, you can negate any one occult adversary. So he would let me spend the 7 on die hand, and then bust out the adversary, and then be like, "Oh yeah," and it got to the point I just had him in my deck. I just couldn't play him. It wasn't worth it.
And I'd save Burke's token for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, otherwise, what are the odds you're going to pull an occult adversary? It just didn't happen often. Or be able to afford it. Yeah.
Now, a card we've talked about a couple of times, because we have so many of them.
Yeah, what card is that?
That'd be a Not on the Menu.
How many do we have? 320?
Three as of present time. We had to weigh them. We did not count them. We weighed them.
Yeah.
We have 321 Not on the Menus that were acquired at an estate sale by your sister-in-law in ironically enough, Missoula, Montana, where we're from, which begs the question, who was this person and why were we not hanging out with him?
Right there in Missoula.
Yeah.
And they have a box of them.
Yeah, so craziness. So if you need 1 or 5 or 10 Not on the Menus,
well, I think I feel okay going from 320 something down to 300. I want to stay in the triple digits, just to make sure we have
but
enough.
100 is a triple. We could give away 221 and still be in the triple digis.
You're right.
Triple digi, brother.
Triple digis.
So, if you need 1 or a few of those cards, please let us know.
So
they're just sitting in a box.
If all 170 people that are subscribed to us wanted one, we could and still be in triple digits, yeah.
Absolutely. The stamp would cost more than, I think, the value of the card at this point. So, just let me know. But on the flip side, a card that we love to play, but we haven't been able to gain many of them is what?
Not on... Oh, wait. Blue Plate Special.
Blue Plate Special, yeah. Oh my God. So Blue Plate Special, and again, thanks to you guys for sending. You know who you are.
Yes.
They sent us a couple because we didn't have enough to put in our own decks to play with. But oh man, those are fun. If you can get your hands on one of those, tell them what it does.
So you get to flip over the next card of your deck, and if you can use it that turn, you can play it for free.
It is literally a Hail Mary.
Yeah, and didn't I pull a Deny Everything or a Deep Throat?
We have both been able to use Blue Plate Special for some amazing tactics, and that's the thing. You do that, your opponent's not even mad.
Yeah,
your opponent's just wow, that's okay. Yeah, freaking bravo.
And I do remember us arguing for a little bit. It was well, wait, do you have to play that card immediately?
Oh.
And I was like, no, it says this turn. So use the card right away, even if it's a site. I used it for a site one time. I had no sites, and I was like, if it's a site, I can investigate something.
Exactly. You know, or if you used it, as a resource player, I guess if you pulled out a Deep Throat, you could just set it aside and then continue your round until you got to a point where you're like, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and play this now. So that's kind of a, we did fight about that. I was on the losing side of that argument, by the way.
Yeah, you probably had an unexplainable time loss. You're like, yeah, go ahead and set it.
I know, right?
Go ahead. Free, huh?
Now, what are some other promos that you want to talk about, Matt?
The foreign cards we talked about.
What about smoke and mirrors?
Oh, you're right. The list, I forget how many smoke and mirrors
5.
there were. 5?
Yeah. So 5 smoke and mirrors. And they progressively got better and better and better.
Yeah.
More that you paid or whatever. But, I have a couple smoke and mirrors in my deck. Not necessarily to just mess him up, but also it's that purple, so it's resource and conspiracy.
You can use it on
and it's worth 5, so that's always a good thing to sell, because there aren't a lot of high-value resource cards
that you even want in your deck
that you don't want to do anything other than sell. Like shotgun is a perfect example. Like that's 6 resource points. You don't necessarily leave shotgun in your deck just for equipping an agent. It's just
I used to equip it like an idiot. I'm like, 6, that's good. That's a good price. I'll use that.
So we want to talk about the promotional card that would have been.
You're right.
Yeah. So
the Scully set, right?
The Scully set. So we talked to Mr. David Frank again, and he informed us that the card that would have been on the box topper, like Teamwork was in 1013, would have been a card called Interrogations. And we'll put it up here for you to see. And unfortunately, the only thing that was survived, if you will, was a very, very grainy black and white, copied 5,000 times in a Xerox image. And through the help of, again, our great friend Dax, we were able to screen grab, or he was able to screen grab and determine the actual, based upon just the shadows of the card and the scene.
I mean, it's a very dark photo.
It is. And you had to literally look. I think he sent me an image, and he said, okay, I think we got it. And I said, oh, actually, it's reversed, and the feet aren't quite right. And it was so retentive, I thought he was going to just bitch slap me like Will Smith. But he did it. He got it, and we have. He was able to send us a couple, and I don't need 2 of them.
I'm sorry. I wanted to be like, you keep that card's name out of your mouth. Okay, we're done.
We're not going to mention that ever again. So we want to give this away. So we're going to do something unique.
Yeah.
We've done contests before where it's like, oh, go on the internet and find this, and
or the artistic ones,
which
some people aren't artistic. Yeah, I'm not that artistic.
So we're just gonna do something stupid and simple.
Let's do thinking of a number.
Thinking of a number between what? 1 and
let's see.
Well, like 1 and 50?
1 in 97.
1 in 97 is that? Oh, because that's the promotional 97. Okay, so. What we need from you is in the comments below, not on the Facebook group, not anywhere else, just in the comments below. We want you to guess a number between 1 and 97. Now, here's how it's going to work. Matt is going to think of a number, and he's going to write it on this piece of paper right now. And he's going to fold it up. We're going to put it in this envelope. We're going to seal it, and I love you. I get to lick this. I love the taste.
You do.
I do love the taste. And then we're going to just put it back here by the pewter, and then in our next episode, first thing, we're going to grab it, we're going to announce the number, and whoever comes closest is going to win that card. Now, caveat to that.
Yeah, what do you got?
Say like the number was 150, and somebody guesses 149, and somebody guesses 151. Technically, they would have tied, right?
So whoever's first.
Whoever guesses their number that's closest first, by the comment timestamp, will win the Interrogations card, promo card that would have been the box topper for the Scully set, made again by our wonderful friend Dax Scully. So, Matt, why don't you go ahead and pick a number, see what you're doing.
Between 1 and 97?
Between 1 and 97. Make sure they can't see it. You don't want people rewinding this and going through. Whoa, what the? You're doing it. Oh, okay. Fold it up. Yeah, fold it up. Okay. All right. That's a good number. I like that number. Yeah.
Make sure they can't see through the paper.
Yep, exactly. All right. And just pop it in this envelope here. And I'm going to...
You're actually licking it.
Oh, I love that. I love that taste.
Do you have like the wax with the stamp?
What we're gonna
Oh, I like it.
yeah, so go ahead and initial it so we can't
right?
I know, right? So we can't so we can't mess it up. It's sealed. It's in here. Matt's number is in here. And we're just gonna
put it right there.
Pop it right back there. And next episode, stay tuned, and we'll announce the winner of the interrogations card.
Exciting.
Yeah, pretty cool. Got anything else, Matt?
No, I think we covered. I mean, there's obviously more. What is it? 24 promos.
24 total.
25 if you count.
So if you let's do this. If you had to guess, what do you think is the most worthless promo that exists?
I don't know. I don't want to say one.
Well, by gameplay, technically it'd be the Gregors, right?
I was gonna say the Gregors, but I was like, it's not fair to David Frank. We've already nagged on him enough. Because it's an X File. It's not like you play with it. You're like, okay,
right?
I have it.
Yeah. I was actually gonna say it's not Good Fortune. It's one of the Voyager promos. It's Believe the Lie. So that card says that you can swap an X File with alien.
It's an alien affiliation. You to swap with
government affiliation, and it's 12. It's the highest cost card in the entire game.
You're right.
And the thing that bugs me about that card is like he would have to have me, if I was an alien affiliation, say I was, alien experimenters, he'd have to either know who I am or have me down to like two or three.
Three at the most. Yeah.
Right? And then I'd have to somehow come up with 12 to change it to government, which would, essentially just put me back in a 1 in 8 or 1 in 9 shot versus a 1 in...
I could be wrong, but isn't it a conspiracy card?
No.
It's not?
No, it's wait, is it?
I think it is. So you'd switch your X File during the other player's turn.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But I guess it makes sense. I don't know.
It just seems like way overpriced.
Yeah, I guess you could do it right before they guess your X File.
Yeah, it just seems like really overpriced considering, what it is, but anyway, that would be our least favorite promo, but I know one of my favorites is Agent Henderson. I use Agent Henderson in my deck. Her evidence collection is awesome, so I'm able to rock Alien Investigation and Evidence Collection.
And you get to use your token to grab a motive set almost every game we play.
Exactly. And the reason why I use Henderson for that is because I specifically use Kevin Morris, the conduit.
Yeah. Because
you gain an extra point every time Alien Investigation or Evidence Collection is used. So I just sites are just paying for themselves.
It's pretty I can't remember the card that lets you double a witness's modifier when it's in play, and you can basically do it every turn. I think there's so many tokens. I don't know.
Oh man, I'll have to look that up.
Yeah. You don't want that in your deck.
I don't.
No. Actually, let's edit this out. I don't want you remembering that I said that. Give a zapper. Where are we?
Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully there was some informative information. Like I said, guess your number in the comments below, but also, tell us what are your favorite promo cards and promo card combos and things of that nature.
Yeah.
And when we do our next video, we'll announce the winner, and we'll see you guys next time on Matt and Mike's X Files CCG.